With some areas south of here getting up to a foot of rain. The flash flooding has led to close to 100 water rescues.
And many of those rescues were in Lesterville, about 2 hours south of St. Louis. Officials just wrapped up a news conference on those efforts. Fox 2's Chad Mira has been in Lesterville all day and has the latest on the situation there. Chad.
A very busy day for a lot of first responders out here. We're just outside of their command posts. And if you look around, we've seen crews from all over the area. Just in this row here, you got West Plains, City of Cape Girardeau, Boone County across from me there. And then down the way, crews are setting up. They're unloading water and food. First responders will be essentially camping out here for the weekend as they continue to assist with heavy responsibilities. So many water rescues today, more than 90 at one point, and search and rescue operations were still underway. At this point right now, we've seen Black Hawk helicopters starting to come into the area. We're told that they are flying to and from a local campground where 160 people were camping out, mostly children, about 100 children, 60 adults. And they're safe there at the campground, but no way to get in and out. So there are Black Hawk helicopters who are going to be running here for several hours, carrying all those people back here to safety. There is a reunification center set up for anybody trying to reconnect with a loved one in the area. For a lot of the day, the highway to Lesterville was shut down. People couldn't get in and out of that town, so we ran into a number of people along Highway 21 just waiting to see when they could get even into town to check on maybe their parents or family members as well. The Missouri State Highway Patrol talked to us a little bit ago, though, and they had an important message for people that if you need help, give them a call.
If you need help or need to rescue someone's called you and said they're stranded, we ask that you do not self-deploy in attempting to assist. We ask that you contact the St. Francis County Dispatch at 573-431-3131.
A couple updates I want to give you. At the top of the 4 o'clock hour, we were talking about how a building collapsed at a nearby campground, sent about close to 20 people back into the floodwaters late this afternoon. We were told just a little bit ago, all those people have been accounted for. They are safe. And that's truly the incredible part of today. With all the people who needed rescuing, we have been told of no fatalities or even any serious injuries. However, there are still 5 people reported missing from Reynolds County, so efforts continue to locate those people, and first responders are on hand all night, well into the weekend, to try and help out any way they can. Reporting in Reynolds County, Chad Mira, Fox 2 News.
And Chad, we heard at the press conference about that building collapse. It's great to hear they've accounted for everyone, but these rescue teams have been running into some issues out on the water themselves.
Yeah, that is to say the least. I mean, these waters are moving fast, and they got to put a boat out on them and go through campgrounds and brush. You don't know what you're running over. At one point, 2 rescue boats actually capsized. The first responders thrown into the water themselves. Luckily, they were all pulled to safety as well. Even about an hour ago, though, I heard there was still a member of a rescue team stranded out amongst the floodwaters. They know he's safe. He's going to be all right, but that is still someone they need to go and retrieve and get them back here to the command post where they know they're safe. We can, before I let you guys go, we see a helicopter flying in right now. So Stan David's going to show you what we're looking at. And this has been kind of the cycle we've seen for the past hours. These Black Hawk helicopters have started to come into town. They've been flying over, we're by an area high school in Arcadia. They've been flying over us here and landing in a field nearby, and then taking off again and heading back out to the campgrounds where we know there are still dozens and dozens of people looking to make it home.
Chad Mira in Lesterville, thanks so much for that update.
Yep, it's just deep in the store.
I've never seen it that high.
And this is a scene in Stillville where a Hoosa Valley resort is dealing with flood water. In a social media post, the resort says if you have reservations for camping, lodging, or floating today or tomorrow, do not call the office. They will contact you about your reservation.
Floodwaters also pouring into Johnson Shut-in State Park in Reynolds County. The flooding also downed trees, forcing crews to shut down Highway N for a few hours.
Well, Missouri Task Force 1 has deployed their team that specializes in swift water rescues to the catastrophic flooding in southeast Missouri. The task force operates as a division of the Boone County Fire Protection District. It is one of the nation's 28 federally recognized urban search and rescue task force units. And for the latest on the flooding and more video, just go to our website, fox2now.com.
Look at this. This is the Tom Sauk Dam. A viewer sent this to us this morning. You can see the water is just pouring over the top of the dam as if it were a waterfall. Camp Tom Sauk is in that area. We're told it's been cut off by the high water. No way in or out. But fortunately, the camp director has told us that all campers and staff are safe and dry. More than a foot of rain has fallen overnight in southeast Missouri. It sparked dangerous flash flooding. This is video from our SkyLens 5 drone near the Johnson Shut-ins this morning. You can see how high the water is. We're told leaders from Missouri Task Force 1 are now headed to Sykeston.
Video shows that pretty much anything near the Black River is going to be completely submerged. Just devastating, with multiple homes underwater. You know, first floor on one home that's completely flooded. The second floor is open. We've heard some harrowing tales that we haven't been able to confirm yet, but some people having to stand on dining room tables until rescue was able to come. I am able to confirm that Metro West Fire Swiftwater team, they are down in Lesterville as well, working to rescue people. People are being taken to Centerville who are being rescued. Now, earlier today, just probably about 35 to 45 minutes ago, I talked to Brittany McCartney. She is in Lesterville. Her home is out of the water.
Like from my window, my back window, I can see Parks Bluff Campground, and they have emergency rescue teams down there. It's completely flooded. Campers are all tipped over. They're trying to rescue people out of it.
Now, Lesterville is a small town. They have a Dollar General and a gas station, just one. They don't really have any sort of fast food. So it'll be an interesting issue once people are stuck down here for a little bit longer. Currently, the only way in or out is by taking a boat from upriver, and that's very dangerous waters.